There may be a new lead this morning in a notorious art museum robbery in Boston. For 22 years, no one has been charged.
On Thursday, as Elaine Quijano reports, the FBI returned to the home of a reputed mobster who may be connected to the case.
For the second time in 3 months, FBI agents were back searching the Connecticut property of Robert Gentile. Officials aren't saying what prompted their search, but they believe the 75-year-old has information on what's considered the biggest art heist in history. The 1990 theft of artwork estimated to be worth more than $500 million from Boston's Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum.
They've arrested my client for a drug case so that they could execute search warrants for his house because they believe that he has the artwork in his house.
Prosecutors say Gentile has ties to Boston and Philadelphia crime families. He's being held on federal drug and weapons charges. His lawyer insists his client knows nothing about the notorious robbery. It was around 1:30 in the morning on March 18, 1990, when two thieves dressed as cops tricked museum security guards into letting them into the building. The robbers handcuffed the guards, duct taped their hands, feet, and heads, and spent 81 minutes prowling the building. Their take included 13 paintings and sketches by Rembrandt, Vermeer, Degas, and Manet. Some of the paintings were sliced right out of their frames. The mystery captivated the art world. In 1992, Morley Safer examined the case on 60 Minutes.
In moments, the guards were overwhelmed, bound, and gagged, and the thieves went to work.
22 years after the heist, there's been no sign of the paintings or sketches.
I've no idea why anybody would steal world-famous paintings like these. It's incomprehensible to me.
Richard Feigen has worked as an art dealer for 55 years. He says the infamous robbery would make it impossible to sell the artwork to anyone.
Have you heard any rumors about what might have happened to these paintings?
Well, first of all, my ear isn't to the underworld. I have no idea. And the art world, of course, knows no more than we read in the newspapers. So I haven't heard a word.
Robert Gentile's lawyer told me the FBI found 2 guns at his client's property yesterday. The FBI isn't commenting. The Gardner Museum is offering a $5 million reward for any information that leads to the recovery of the stolen artwork.
Well, they know something. They don't just show up at your house and say, Elaine, let me dig up your yard.
That's right. They're not talking, though.
Yeah, I'm with your expert. I have no idea why anybody would do that. What could they possibly think they could gain?
Right. Well, that's exactly the
sense.
mystery, yeah.
Thank you, Elaine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Very
meet
nice
you.
to meet you.
Are we all set there, Tom?
Anytime, Brian.
Okay. So, Ryan, what's going on there as far as you know?
As far as I know, the FBI has executed a search warrant on my client's home at 69 Francis Drive here in Manchester, Connecticut.
And what are they looking for?
By all indications, I would say that they're looking for evidence of the art stolen from the Gardner Museum.
So they're digging for it, or?
It looks like they're digging in the curtilage surrounding the outside of the house.
And do you think there's art there? Or?
I've spoken with my client today about an hour ago, and he laughed and he said that they're not going to find anything. He didn't use those exact words, but that's the gist of what he was saying.
What did he say?
They ain't gonna find nothing.
And are there some Vermeers there, or Rembrandt?
I would hope so, but I don't think so.
And are you surprised they're doing this, or you expect it?
No, I'm very surprised that they're doing it. This is the third search of the home, and so they didn't find anything in the first 2. So I don't know why they would. And it looks like that how they're conducting this search, that they're looking for something that had been there for a long time, because it looks like they're looking for fragments of evidence.
And would you, if you had stolen art, would you bury it in the ground like that, you think?
If you didn't want to ever recover it, yes, that's what you would do. But I've been told by the head security officer at the Gardner Museum that even if they can recover the canvas of the paintings, that they can actually stitch by stitch redo the paintings, and that there are people who will do that for free if they could just find the canvas themselves. It doesn't even have to have any paint left on the canvas.
And what does your client say about his knowledge about the theft?
About the theft, and about the possession of the paintings, he's always maintained that he had nothing to do with the theft. No one has ever implied that he did. And in terms of possession of the paintings, he's maintained that he's never had the paintings, doesn't have the paintings, nor does he know who has the paintings.
This is quite a mystery. It's been for so many years now. What do you make of the whole thing?
It's the most interesting story that I've ever been involved in, that's for sure.
And why do you think they keep coming back to your client's house? Somebody must be saying something.
Obviously, there was a story in the Hartford Courant that had indicated that there were people who were providing information to the FBI. I certainly don't think that those are reliable informants. That might be the basis of what the search is based on today. But again, my client has maintained that they're not going to find anything. And the quote again was, they're not going to find nothing.
And where is your client today?
He's at Wyatt Detention Center in Central Falls, Rhode Island.
And what's he in for?
Right now he's being held in lieu of bond, awaiting trial on the underlying gun charge that he has been charged with about a year ago.
And they put pressure on him to cut a deal and give up the art?
I would say that that's his position, that this is leverage so that he'll give up information about the art. They've been doing this for about 4 years, and they continue to.
And does he know anything at all about what happened? He was in that world, wasn't he?
Pardon?
Was he in that world? Does he have any idea what happened?
He maintains that he's never had the art. He maintains that he doesn't know who has the art, and he maintains that he didn't have anything to do with the theft.
And again, just take me through what he said when you told him what was going on.
He laughed, and he couldn't believe that they were at his house again. And he said, and this is a quote, "They ain't gonna find nothing."
How long do they expect to be there, they tell you?
Don't know. Probably till nightfall.
Just one day thing, or?
That's what it was the last 2 times, yes.
Yeah. And the last 2 times, did they find anything at all?
Well, they found guns and they found drugs for which they charged him.
And are they digging now in a different part of the house or different area of the yard?
I don't know that. I know that they're digging in the curtilage surrounding the house.
And would they tell you if they find anything, you think?
Eventually. But if they find the art, I'm sure you'll know it immediately.
Would that be something to find Vermeers and Rembrandts buried in Connecticut backyard?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Wouldn't that be something if they found Vermeer and Rembrandt works in someone's backyard in Connecticut?
That would be fairly incredible. It'd probably be the biggest news that this town has ever seen.
And what do you think about the fact that valuable art has been missing for so long?
Hold on 1 second, we're just waiting for a bus to go by. Okay, Brian.
Okay, and so Ryan, what's your own take about this valuable art been missing for so long?
My own personal take. I have a friend of mine who is the assistant curator at the Denver Museum, and I talk to her often. And she always yells at me about my participation in this, and she gives me a sense of how important this art is, and I have imparted that on my client, and he does understand how important this art is to humanity, and that there are a lot of Ryan McGuigans, and there's going to be a lot of Bobby Gentiles in this world, but there was only one Rembrandt, and there's certainly only one Vermeer, and the world deserves this art to be returned. He does know that. He does appreciate that. The only problem is that he doesn't have any information to help with that recovery.
That's great, Ryan. When's he next due in court?
July 10th, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll go for the paraphrase. And it was, they ain't gonna find him. He was pretty clear about what he was
Peter, Michael.
The rumor is they have it like in trees. Yeah. Somewhere out. Who knows? I did. How long have you been here? Just tear the whole thing down, dig it up at this point.
I mean, if you go in, just do the whole thing.
I know. I guess I want to give information for like somebody did the shed the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got another so they were digging in the spook screen over there because they were showing the other guys how to use them.
I was saying, I've been here so many times, they've dug so many times, like, why don't we just do the whole thing?
Well, we were talking about that. If you added up all the manuals and the fuel and the overtime, wouldn't it be best just to bulldoze the house?
That's what I said. I used to tell it to him, just tear it down and just do the whole thing.
You know, and then build them a whole new bedroom. Then they could sift through every
They
piece
must,
of
I wonder if they get a warrant for them, so, like I was saying last time, so they did a shed area on there. I wonder if they want to get warrants for certain sections or something.
No, it could be.
So they were giving me another spot on the side.
If you go to the post office, then you can park the plastic barricade, and they've got cones like this set. You can see, you can't see the ground, but you can see them digging. You can see them with metal.
Right, they're out of there.
Yeah, as long as you're not customer, it's fine. Yeah. If a car just comes by that they live here, I'll just...
some people.
You still work mostly for ABC?
I only work with Radio before, yeah.
You used to be the chief program at Fox 61. Are you a
Cool. Yeah, part of the Fox 61.
Oh, so you've been from the start?
Yep. Checking out how if you want to look at the left.
Yeah. Jeff Frost is coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, I hired Foster originally. Camera, that's a good Yeah, then? Maybe just a document. I've been doing this for 15 years. They've dug so much of this property up, it's not believable. They're really digging it.
Yeah.
They're getting some nice roots out of there. I don't know what tree it's coming from. But in the corner. Now, here's another shot to put up the tarp so you can't see.
Nice.
Pretty sure what that's for.
Okay, it's alright.
It's a rope. I think they're going to put the tarp, you know, like half and then raise it up. That's my guess. Digging pretty deep. We need to channel 8 drone.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll
citizens coming to relieve me, so
you know. Yep. Okay.